haunts many a Malaysia football fan. Laos only had 24% of the ball against Vietnam, had only 2 attempts on goal. But Billy Kepkio showed on a 1-on-1 situation, probably could have done a bit better. French-born, plays in Ligue 2, in the second tier of French football for Dunkirk. So he will be a force to reckon with. Just be interesting to see how Laos approach this one, because they were very, very conservative, rightly so you would say, against a talented Vietnam side. How will they play this one today against Malaysia, who were vulnerable at times against Cambodia? As the match gets underway, Malaysia playing in their traditional yellow. Let's see how they set up. There's Billy Kepkio, immediately wins a free kick. Salvador says, give him time, needs to settle in. He has to acclimatise. Remember, he's not used to this sort of weather. It is the coolest time of the year in Southeast Asia. Salvador very much molding his team like his predecessor, Sundramurti, who's the technical director now of Laos, both of them on the bench and working closely with each other. You'd imagine a team that plays like they do would look to try and make a difference with these set pieces. Interesting that it's Billy Kepkio to take this free kick. Looks like he's going to go for goal, and that is well over. It does come with a pedigree that no one else in his side has. Got his citizenship actually very, very recently, a few weeks ago. A ceremony held in the Laotian embassy in Paris. Tan Cheng Ho has said that it hasn't been an ideal preparation for Malaysia ahead of this tournament. Remember, the Malaysia Cup was just before they left for Singapore. Though, to be fair, Safari Rashid was, of the last game, was the only starting player involved in that. JDT, of course, stunningly losing to KL City. Here's Mitsada, who was very impressive in defence. Interesting today, they will still play with that 3, with a 5, or will they try to push their wing backs further up? Let's not discount Laos, because a number of their side do ply their trade overseas in the Thai leagues. And that in a while, as we saw Lukman surge forward. He's one of the big starlets of Malaysian football, of course, now, the teenager. He made his name in the under-16 AFC Championships in his debut, scoring a handful of goals against Tajikistan, and now playing for Kortrijk in Belgium. We've also got Dion Pools to call upon. He plays for Midtjylland in Denmark. He's not here yet with the squad. So someone else who will be looking to impress. Ball back quite nicely at the moment here, Laos. Sukapon. Billy Kepkio going for goal, and that's the first shot on target. Comes from Laos. Took a deflection along the way, straight forward for Carl Fami. I thought it was a very safe pair of hands. Made one very good save against Cambodia. And there was space there. There was far too much space, wasn't there? For Billy Kepkio. I think that might have just come off his off one. Who made his first start for club or country in, I think, 6 months or so. And it was nice to see for Malaysian fans, of course, the centre-back partnership of Aida Zafwan and Shaul Saad started together for the first time in 2 years. To confirm, Aidel's first start for club and country since July the 1st. Of course, there might have been fears of lack of game time, but they played with composure and authority, though there were concerns that Cambodia were able to get through from time to time. I tell you what, at the moment, Laos are not happy just to sit back here. It's a searching ball across the face of the goal. And Nalong sits. Well, that's a shot there. They're asking for the corner. Nalong sit. And I think he just saw that a little bit late. Khairul Fami just sprawling there. This is a very bright start indeed for Laos, who showed none of this attacking intent against Vietnam. Especially in the early stages, it was all Vietnam dictating proceedings. The obvious one again is that man there, Billy Kekyo. Now Malaysia trying to counter-attack there with Lukman. He'll be pleased with this. He won't be pleased with this, I should say. Tan Cheng Ho at the moment. It is Laos who are dominating these early proceedings. The thing is, of course, and the big question will be with a team like Laos, who are ninth, second bottom of the rankings. Whether they can sustain this, and here Malaysia, surely! Yes, they can, easily done. And Safawi Rasid makes it 1-0 on the counter. We were just talking about whether Laos could sustain it, and they were caught out at the back. All too easy for Malaysia. Virtual tap-in for Safawi, who scored a penalty. And I think that is disappointing defending, really. A number of players there waiting for the ball. Yeah, we talked about how good Mitsada was. He wasn't so good there, was he? And Malaysia, after an early bit of pressure, perhaps Laos just getting a little ahead of themselves. The fact that they were attacking and causing problems, just leaving themselves a bit exposed. Sukapon to Billy Kekyo. It's gone wide here, Nalong sits. Another corner. Safawi. Oh, the track back there is furious. And how easily they've got through. Well, they're seemingly sticking to their guns here. I'm sure he'll be relieved to Malaysia that they've got that opening goal. Lukman giving chase to that one. Sukapon, foul on him. Rizal Ghazali just clipping him there. But Malaysia showing just what they can do. If you remember the goal, the second goal Malaysia scored against Cambodia was who hit them on the counter. It was a brilliant move from him. Billy Kekyo, not far away. And that's the first time we've seen Khairul Fami spill the ball. Very, very good otherwise in this tournament. Thus far, that was just a nervy moment again. A little bit shaky at the back here. Billy Kekyo, any kind of touch on that would have been on target. Sukapon all the way back. Just a bit nervy at the moment, Khairul Fami, it feels. Only surviving member of this side that won the only AFF Cup that Malaysia had in 2010. That's a great ball out to Nalong Sit. Cut inside, Idol's there. Billy Kekyo. movement from Laos at the moment, but where they are now in trouble in these sort of situations, Kyodon is there. He had a very entertaining game, shall we say. He went down a lot in that match against Vietnam, but pulled off some stunning saves, including a penalty, Kyodon. So certainly one that caught the eye for Laos.
10
minutes on the clock. Malaysia 1-0 up thanks to Safawi Rashid. Is Lukman right across the face of the goal and deciding to play safe. CD puts it out for a corner. Did well here, Lukman, but no one at the end of that ball. Referee just ensuring there's no tussling there. Oh, that comes off a crossbar. It's still alive here. Again against the woodwork. Double chance there for Malaysia. I think it was Safawi with the header. Get another look at that. There's a lot of players around it. No, it wasn't Safawi in the end. So the first header from Shafiq. And the second one from Aidil Zafwan. Plenty of power on that one from Shafiq. Actually there, Kyodon doing well. And Laos throwing bodies at that situation, but they had looked vulnerable at the back. This is not something we have to say about them against Vietnam at the start, despite Vietnam having so much ball. This is a very different kind of game, isn't it, at the moment for Laos, because they were very happy to sit back against Vietnam and allow the Vietnamese to come at them. They were very rigid, very organized. Here they're seeing much more of the ball, they're going forward, they're seeing much more of the ball, but not looking a little vulnerable at the back. Interesting. There was speculation whether Visa Alvaraj might just tailor things a little bit, given how Cambodia looked to try and exploit a few vulnerabilities for Malaysia. In fact, Cambodia ended up having more of the ball, which has upset a few, certainly. 57% of the ball they had. They also had more corners and had better passing accuracy than Malaysia. Stats here and there doesn't necessarily mean that they were a better team, of course. In the end, they ended up losing the game, but it's easy often to cherry pick statistics to fit a certain narrative. Certainly Malaysia weren't at their best, and I think no country so far in this tournament in their opening match claimed to be anywhere near their best. We've seen that from Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam as well. Sukhapon took exception to that challenge from Shafiq and almost reacted there. Takes it quickly. Billy Kakyo. Put aside. I don't think people should be too concerned about the amount of possession that any side has. At the end of the day, it is obviously what you do with it. With the ball. They go back to Tipachan. There's Mitsada. Oh, that was a very heavy touch from Manalom. Has given the ball back to Mlaysia. Yes. Mukairi in that central role, I should say. More of a box-to-box midfielder, Mukairi. Junior Elstal had started the game, of course, didn't look particularly comfortable, giving the ball away a couple times as well. Karafami clears it. Through the gap, yeah, just a bit too much of a touch for Bunpachan. They've had one wonderful turn in that game against Vietnam. I think he'll be quite encouraged by this. He'll be annoyed about the goal that they've conceded. They do like to keep a tight ship here. Laos. That was a loose goal, a very soft goal to concede. Nicely defended by CD. And certainly, of course, some would have looked at the Malaysia's starting 11 in the last game, where the average age starting lineup was 28.7, almost 29 years. This almost goes out for a corner, but they've saved it, Laos, and there were 5 players aged 30 and above. Only Akia Rashid and Sami Safari and Safawi under 25 in that game. But perhaps Tanjung's intention was to just use a bit of experience, familiar faces, avoiding unnecessary risks in the opening game, reducing the pressure on the next fixture, which ultimately you can't argue with that. And a foul there on Rizal Ghazali. Whistle goes there. So it was from the ball being cheaply given away. Mitsada far too easy to be muscled off the ball. And you've got to give a lot of credit there to Arif Aiman, brought into the side today, starting 11. He's one of the 3 changes that Malaysia made, along with Mukairi Ajmal and Luqman Hakim. So we talked about the average age starting was 28.7. At the end of the game, when they'd already brought on Luqman and Sharul Fikri, Arif Aiman, Kogleshwar and Raj, it reduced to 26.2. And so I think maybe, and they looked a lot better, didn't they? The younger legs taking advantage of a drop in intensity in Cambodia's game, more willing runners. Cambodia forced to backpedal, spaces opening up. Perhaps that's why today Chan Cheng Ho is also opted for a younger bunch to come in. But as I said, notably, no Akia. Here is a Rizal. Not ideal, certainly the veteran of this side at 34. Badro Bakhtiar not far behind him. Closed down by Duli Ketkio. Badro, though, still showing what he can do in the Malaysia League. He's the midfielder of the year, also highest local goal scorer with 7 goals this season, Badro Bakhtiar. Lights on early here. It is dark skies up above, but it's very bright here in the stands for the Malaysians. They are delighted their team 1-0 up so early. I'm not sure how they feel about this game overall at the moment, because it's certainly very far away from one-way traffic that many might have predicted prior to kickoff. Going to play out from the back here, Karofami. Oh, he's putting that away again. It's not been a great start to this match for the Malaysia custodian, has it? Well, kick away. Good clearance from him, I should say. Up towards Malong 6. Rizal Ghazali handles that well. Here's Aidil. Surging forward, Safawi. Taking on 2 players immediately. Clears them as well. Now 3 into the area. Looking for some support. Lovely run from Safawi. Here's Rizal. Goes down with the bodies in front of them to Safawi. Lofts it in, and that's too high for Shafiq. All started from Safawi, who's had a poor time this year. A shadow of his former self. Goals and assists have dried up. And he seems to always turn it on in the big moments. Maybe the AFF will be the perfect platform for him to find his mojo again. Tipachan. Billy Kakyo. Just shown a bit too much of the ball. Rizal, and now Aidil. Mukhairi. Here's Badrul. And they are certainly far higher up the pitch today, Laos, than they were against Vietnam. Won the ball back, really nicely done. Here comes Bumpachan. Will he slip that through for Billy? Was he taken out? Yes, he was, says the referee. Another free kick from an identical position, virtually, from that early free kick they had that Billy smashed way over. And he only seems to have one thing on his mind. Bumpachan does like to run at players. It seemed a little soft. There was a bit of contact there, wasn't it? From Sharul. 30 fouls from Malaysia, 5 already. And they have far more fouls than the Cambodians. I could just confirm that. I think it was 14 fouls they had. Yep, Malaysia committed more fouls in that game. Again, off target from Billy Ketkyo. Just looking to find his goal radar as it well. It was on a great one-on-one situation against Vietnam and shot straight at the keeper. But it is refreshing to see how Laos are approaching this game. Clear change in game plan from Visal Varaj today. Something I'm sure he'll be asked about post-match. Bumpachan putting into the mix. Safawi. Lovely ball from him into Rizal Ghazali. And then Luqman Hakim. Safawi. He's taken a shot. It was well off target. And that's cannon into Mitsada. Telling you about the Thai side, sorry, the Laos side, and a number of them play in the Thai league, so I should just clarify that. That shot again. Oh, that is straight, flush in the face. Look away now if you are a bit squeamish. That is, it's Manalom actually, not Mitsada, but he's taken it. This is the goal where it was given away by Mitsada, and then not particularly well handled from there on. Anantaza just didn't want to know. The Mitsada was brushed off quite quickly by Arif Ayman. So the good news is that Manolom is okay. Just going back to that point earlier, there's Mitsada plays in Thailand for Sutton United, playing Thai League 3. Samut Prakan City have Putasai. They're a top-level club. Port, also another big side in the top flight. They have Bunpachan. Udon Thani, Sukapon plays for them to play in the second tier, League 2. And of course, you've got Babapk plays in Dunkirk. So I think dismiss them at your peril, because they've shown some good signs here. They've shown in the first game they can defend. They've shown in the second game here that they've got some attacking nous. They just need to be testing Khairul Fahmi more. Lukman not getting the touch he wanted. Still just a young man, teenager, Lukman Hakim. So much promise there.
Now, win!
Kekyo. Sukapon has done well. No foul. And Billy Kekyo. Shafiq down the line to Lukman. Taking it nicely there, Rizal. Passing the ball nicely indeed here, Malaysia. Badrul.
Shafiq again, come on, jaga satu posisi, come on.
Now again, just trying to push up a little bit, Laos. And they're trying to press a little bit more from the front than they were doing in the last game. A lot more, actually, I should say. So far, is ideal. Just here as well, from Selvaraj, up. You want some to not be so deep today. Right now, Malaysia going sideways. Not really going too far, and that will suit Laotians. They won the ball back. Maybe trying to be a little too cute. Trying to switch things up there, Shafiq. And well, the thought was a good one. Execution, perhaps not so much. Here's Mitsada. Billy Kekyo coming a bit deeper to get some of the ball. Now he's trying to find a long sit. Seems to handle Safawi there. That's why it's a Malaysian free kick.
Come on, come in there. Come on, fight.
Possession now firmly with Malaysia on 61%. It was almost 80, by the way, for Malaysia. Look at that. Laos have far more attempts than the Malaysians at the moment. I'm sure many would have pegged Laos to have 40% of the ball and more attempts at Malaysia on the half-hour mark, first half of this game. There's Arif. Bukhari, I should say, Bukhari Ajmal. Onside here, Lukman bearing down. Goes for the far post, which was the right call. Off a mistake, that was. And Laos have got away with it. It was onside anyway. That came off in a long set, didn't it? The angle was always against him. Babapk will chase, but Karafami will get there first. It's offside anyway. Malaysian crowd at the moment pretty quiet, but not dissatisfied. Not yet anyway. Haven't heard too much from the Laotians. Not sure there are too many of them. Brightened up around here as well, though, in the skies. Bishan Stadium. Okay. Malaysia further illuminate with this game. Here's Safawi. He's got a run on the outside. Rizal, bit of space here. Tries to pull it back. Mitsada is in the way. Oh, lovely work from Mitsada just to get rid of the ball. That long set fails to control it, otherwise got past Safawi. Here's Karafami. Now to Badrul. Bukhari. Now you could see he was waiting for the run. Oh, that was tight from Arif Aiman. He's so quick. He won a host of awards. Remember, he was picked very, very late. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. Looked extremely tight. Yeah, Arif Aiman was picked late to come on this trip. Remember, Mamadou Sumare, his teammate from JDT, dropped out for appears to be injuries and personal reasons. Arif Aiman was not picked originally because of they felt the workload was a lot on this young man, but he has come in. He won a host of awards at the National Football Awards as well. Best striker, most promising player amongst others. Oh, that's on its way in. Unbelievable. On the line, and they couldn't clear it. A bit of luck there. That doesn't matter to Safari Rasid or the Malaysian fans. They've got goal number 2. Another soft goal for Laos. But all that matters is that it's Malaysia 2, Laos 0. Well, I don't know how Kyodong did not get a touch on that. It was Anantaza, who had a part to play in the first game as well. First goal, completely swiped and missed it, didn't he? Yeah, just seemed to be a little bit wrong-footed there. And Safawi makes it 2 for him and his country. He's now the top goal scorer in this tournament with 3. Well, that will be a bit of relief to Laos, or to Malaysia, I should say. They've got their second. Remember, their bigger tests are to come. Playing Vietnam next, and then Indonesia in the final round of matches. That could well be the playoff to see who goes through, with Vietnam, who are the overwhelming favourites to top this group. Maybe that's just relaxing Malaysian fans. Now they can break out into a song. There's deep discussions going on in the Laotian bench at the moment between Vishnumurti and Visalvaraj about pointing at players warming up. Are they going to maybe make a change? There's 10 minutes left till half-time. But tell you what, if Laos get a goal here, it'll certainly make things interesting. Now long sit. I'm not sure what Manilon was trying to do there. But it's dealt with fairly well by Shami. Playing their way out of trouble here, Malaysia. Well, they've got their 2 goals against Laos far quicker than they did against Cambodia. I don't think they've been as effective so far as they were in the last match. And again, you don't have to be at the moment. Getting these results and not quite playing at your best. All that matters is when it comes to the crunch against the likes of the Vietnams and Indonesias. Billy Kepkio. Well, he's done well here, just a bit too much on the ball again. He often seems to feel like he has to do it all on his own. Kyodom should have that covered. Reminder of that second goal off the corner. This kick from Hanantaza really should have been cleared off the line, shouldn't it? Malaysia were not pressing and harrying Cambodia so much in that last game. They're not doing that much of it again here today. And Laos certainly looking to try and press when they can. As you can just see here, good work from Laos to win the ball back. Nalong sit. It comes off the referee. That means it will be a free kick for Laos. Dead ball rather, but they still retain possession. Trying to build again from the back. Aldo very coolly chest that down. They have given the ball away against Laos. Billy Kepkio spreads it to Sukapon. You can see the idea there. Sukapon just stopped there. He felt Safawi might have made some contact with him, and you could see the idea from Safawi trying to bring in Alif Ayman on that left-hand side. Billy Kepkio. Now Nalong sit. Seeing a lot of the ball on this left-hand side, isn't he? Clumsy foul by him. Rizal Ghazali.
ครับได้เด็ดกลางน้องครับได้เด็ดกลางน้องครับได้เด็ดกลาง
Now Babapk. Here's Shafiq, who's had a very quiet game so far. He was certainly a lot more lively, wasn't he, against Cambodia? Man of the match performance from him. Lucky as well. He's the only one who really caught the eye. And this miscommunication between Rizal and Lukman, and all smiles.
Let go!
Just about 5 minutes or so left in this first half. Malaysia leading Laos 2-0 in this AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 match. Tan Cheng Ho will be happy with the scoreline. He is happy with the performance. Billy Kakyo bearing down. He's only got Sukapon in front of him, or next to him for support. Haidil had done enough there. He was clearly a threat. His physicality. Shalmi had given the ball away. Here's Safawi. Real confidence now. This tournament, as we said, has really helped him, hasn't he?
Ready, together. Yes.
Safawi.
Early.
Back to Kyo Udon. Yeah, we're talking about the lack of any pressing or harrying. Nothing at the moment from Malaysia. Quite happy to wait for things to happen from Laos. Manalom. Shidi pushing further up. The wing back. Sukapon. He's given a bit of a free roll, Sukapon. Now Mitsada. He's looking for the run of Billy Kakyo. Made a late dash. They're giving the ball away here, Laos. That could well be offside. Is he going to wait for the flag to go up? Yes. It is. Safawi knew it already, didn't he? Just held back his run. But there again, Laos left themselves a little bit exposed. Their eagerness to try and get a goal back. Looking a little bit frustrated, isn't he, Tan Cheng Ho? Pachan doesn't really have any support right now. Put aside. Lobster just hesitating there. Referee looked like he was going to blow the whistle, opted not to. Sada distributes it out to Shidi. Here's Anantaza. Final push for them in this first half for Laos. Tipachan. Midsada. Maybe Malaysian player behind the ball at the moment. Difficult for Laos to get a little breakthrough. Haven't really got behind the defence yet, have they? Foul on Manuel. They're taking it quickly here, Laos, because we are almost at the end of this first half. As well overhit. Just the 1 minute then